The thoughts and opinions expressed on Friendly Fire Mornings are totally those of KGRG FM and Green River College.
No, we're not.
We are a legitimate news source.
Girl, please.
An excellent entertainment source.
Psych.
And an award-winning show.
I think our award's in the mail.
Really, it's just noise you wake up to, like getting a buttload of text from a group messaging or a jackhammer on a sidewalk. So don't take what we say on air seriously, cause we might suck at this.
It certainly does suck.
Well, good morning, everybody. Friendly Fire just went through a fire drill. Well, whether it was a drill or not is currently up for discussion and not being released to the public at this time. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is KGRG FM, KGRG FM HD1 Auburn, and we're also broadcasting on K207 AP Thunder Lake Taps on 89.3 FM and also on your mobile device if you got iHeartRadio. Good morning, dudes and dudettes.
Good morning. And also,
morning.
I'm pretty sure that it's not a drill considering the fire department actually showed up.
That was kind of a dead giveaway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was me not paying attention because I'm totally not awake yet.
Well, that's okay.
Well, you're fired.
You're sleep talking. Hello.
Get out of my head, me. So, welcome to Friendly Fire Mornings, everybody. We broadcast live from the beautiful campus of Green River College in Auburn, Washington, when it's not on fire.
That's true.
And we had a little bit of a fire scare, and that's why we're a little bit late bringing you to the show today. But
goodness, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we're on a strict schedule here. Corporate said so.
Yeah, that's true.
We have to adhere to the schedule, or we get to have a lovely sit down with.
Well, you know, corporate's motto, their slogan is "adhere or die."
That's true.
Much corporate stance on things.
Thank you, you dirty corporate intern, for bringing us all of corporate's,
Also,
stuff.
I'm going to preface this whole show by saying there is like the biggest fly ever in the studio right here now.
It is too great for even the great fly slayer.
Yeah, he's like been moving. I'm pretty sure the fly might have pulled the fire alarm. Like, this fly is suspicious.
Yeah,
he
That's
is.
all get out. So if you hear me like do like or like random stuff during the show, it's probably because I'm trying to kill this fly.
Or if you hear,
or he's trying to kill me.
yeah,
Me.
He is.
Nathan,
Or
we
if you
were
hear me
even.
scream.
Sorry, what's that?
Or if you hear me scream.
Oh, okay. It's because Brent actually hit you in the face trying to kill the fly.
Trying to kill a fly.
On accident, quotations.
Oh no, there's the fly.
Brent has a love of slapping people.
I do.
You do?
I'm what's the word I'm looking for? The compulsive. I'm a compulsive slapper.
Okay.
Slapophilia is what it's called, actually.
I really hope your internet search history never gets released. I'm pretty sure that
God.
could be used as blackmail against you.
For his political campaign.
Yes.
We want to identify ourselves now that we've identified the station. I'm your buddy Benjamin, and Dr. Nathan is here with us yet again. And we also have Snug, who is our dirty corporate.
I'm kind of intern, kind of like corporate liaison.
Yeah, he's our dirty corporate liaison. That's much better because we can't officially call you an intern anymore.
No.
We do have our current intern, that is Miss Becky Sue.
Hey.
And we are. Who was that?
Me.
Oh, that was a weird. Hey guys. Hey, even if you do sound like that, you are welcome on Friendly Fire Mornings. We want to hear from you. We want you to interact with the show, and there's plenty of ways that you can do that. The main one is you can call us in the studio. Believe it or not, we actually are human beings, and we actually...
No, we're not.
Well,
We are robots.
We are an AI in a complicated computer system.
We are an intelligent schizophrenic AI with like 4 different personalities.
Whoa. And apparently one that just keeps on cycling in and out.
Okay, and our listener is now going to need a new pair of trousers.
They're like, whoa, mind blown.
But the best way to do it is to call the studio. The number to call us is 253-833-5004. We're guaranteed to pick up the phone if you call, and you can also make a music request. Snug, how about you bump the text line?
Yeah, and you can make a music request to the text line too. Just text us the song you want to hear, and that number is going to be 253-693-8323.
And no more Bieber, gosh darn it. And also you can check out our Facebook page. That's Friendly Fire Mornings. at facebook.com.
Yeah.
It's not the Friendly Fire Mornings. It's just Friendly Fire Mornings.
And we also have good news for all of our listeners. We have recently created the Friendly Fire Mornings YouTube channel where we're going to be updating our podcasts from now on.
Swiggity swoogity.
So you can go to our Facebook page, scroll down. I think it's it is our most recent post. And you can, there's a link there to our channel and the very first video. It's our show from July 7th, I think. And more will come as we get that channel up and rolling. So YouTube is now a part of the Friendly Fire universe, and so you're welcome to check that out as well. We want to start off the morning with shout-outs, don't we? We all have some shout-outs, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Sure.
Dr. Nathan, you have a shout-out, don't you?
I do have a shout out, and that's definitely not to my phone that just went off right now.
Your darn phone.
But I do have a shout out to Joe Biden. He called me very angrily earlier when we were walking outside because of the fire alarm, and he was like, "Why aren't you talking about me right now on air?" And I was like, well, "Don't just hold your horses, buddy. We'll get to you in just a moment." So yeah. Anyways, shout out to Joe Biden for being
so Biden-y.
Doesn't need an explanation.
Okay, Becky Sue, you got a shout-out for us?
I do. I have a shout out for the Rock and Rally.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Rock and Rally thing was over the weekend. That was a
Yeah.
KGRG event.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
At first I had a headache, but then I was got into it really well and started rocking out. It was great.
All right, good. I hear that the Rock and Rally was a success, and they raised plenty of money for our local troops.
Awesome.
Yeah, and they also had some pretty kick-ass bikes there, too, yeah?
Yeah, and women.
And lots of women, yeah.
Yes.
I'll get to my shout-out later. Snug, you got shout-outs?
Yeah, I'll just make the first shout out. As we said, there was some sort of fire issue earlier. Whether we know exactly what it is or not remains to be seen. But shout out to both the safety crew here on campus, who we hold
Yes.
very dear, because we're 24/7, baby. This radio station's run and operated and stuff by us, so safety's kind of got our back.
Yeah, they do.
So shout out to safety for quickly getting on the scene, and then also for the Valley Regional Fire Authority who showed up.
Is
Shout
it
out.
actually the Valley Regional, or is it just the
think it
Auburn Fire Department?
It said, I think the side of the fire truck, because I was like, whoa, fire truck. So I was like looking really hard at the fire truck. And it said, I think it said Valley Regional Fire Authority.
Oh, okay. With a picture of Cartman and sunglasses on it.
Respect my authority.
Awesome.
Yep.
I would like him to make a shout out to Jerry. He's one of the coolest customers at my real job. He's listening for the first time on iHeartRadio. And I also want to make a shout out to Danny Mae Red. Even though I didn't, my homegirl, Danny Mae Red, was at the Rock and Rally. I didn't get a chance to come and see you, honey. But you know what? I'm pretty sure that you put on an awesome job and you did look amazing. So shout out to Danny Mae and Jerry and everybody else that we come in contact with. Thank you so much for making Friendly Fire a part of your day. And did you finally drop the fly?
I haven't slain the fly yet.
Okay, all right. We're gonna get back to our fly slaying duties here at KGRG, and we're gonna play some music for you. We have Trolling the A-List coming up next for you, and guys, it's time to cheese it.
Let's cheese it.
Cheese it.
Hold on.
Whoa.
We dropped cheese as a sponsor, guys. We're
yeah,
not.
that's right.
We
We can't
legally can't say that.
Oh, son of a gun!
Kumquat's getting a little upset with us as well.
Kumquat's getting upset with us. It's actually dragon fruit now.
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruited.
That's
Dragon
a
fruit.
mouthful.
All right, here's All Time Low with Kids in the Dark here on KGRG. Make your request at 253-833-5004, and Friendly Fire will be right back.
No, because there's a thing called whale sharks. And I realized that whales are mammals and sharks are animals. They have nothing to do with each other.
You're high, you're in the car, you've been pulled
We all
over.
do dumb when we high, right?
I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney.
What the did you just say?
And that very, very long intro means that we're back on Friendly Fire Mornings on KGRG. Today's Rock in HD. I really need to shave down loser.com right there. That's just pathetic.
Yeah, we don't need to let him talk for that long.
No, we really don't need to let him be a part of our lives. Well, really, ever.
No.
Unless he's sharing, belfies of KK on there, so on his Instagram account. It's time for Trolling the A-List on Friendly Fire Mornings. This is where we bring you celebrity and entertainment news. And Snug, you watched the pay-per-view over the weekend, right?
I actually didn't.
Okay, let's
I don't
have
have pay-per-view.
You don't have pay-per-view?
No.
You just don't order pay-per-view.
Well, we don't really have cable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we actually
You cut the cord?
Ironically, our house caught on fire not too long ago. Well, like a couple years ago, and then it burned our cable box out.
Oh.
So then after that, we were like, hey, we don't really need cable.
Good.
So
We use the internet.
yeah, it's true, and our internet's bad, so we don't even really use it very well. So,
Okay.
anyways, that's besides the point.
Okay.
I do not effectively have the method to get access to that in
Oh,
my
okay.
house.
That's okay, because, you know...
But I've got all the stuff on this story, so
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, besides that, you know, as soon as the fight ended, I'm pretty sure it was up on YouTube like 7 minutes later.
Oh yeah. Well, for those of you that are like me and for some reason missed or did not order the pay-per-view event, it's basically the biggest pay-per-view of the summer. And
Yeah, it
this was
was
on Saturday night, and the most dominant athlete on the planet, and also one of the most attractive.
Yes.
But hey, you know, we're dudes, don't judge.
Becky Sue, let me stop you right there. Is Ronda Rousey not, you know, an attractive woman?
I wouldn't say that. I think she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
For being a girl, yeah, she's adorable.
Yeah, she's a knockout.
And so she proved that she was a knockout by knocking out Brazil's Betty Carreira in 34 seconds in Rio during the main event of UFC 190 on Saturday night. At 34 seconds.
Well, I mean, her last fight before that was like 21 seconds,
Yeah.
and the fight before that was like 16 seconds.
Yeah, and I mean, she just dominated. So she's 12-0 now, and she's still UFC's women's bantamweight champion.
Wow.
So, and the interesting thing about this is before the fight, Betty Carrera said something to the effect of, you know, I hope you don't, you know, kill yourself after this fight.
Because I'm going to whoop your butt so
'Cause
bad.
I'm going to whoop your butt so bad. And she didn't know that apparently Ronda Rousey's father committed suicide some time ago. And she's also, Ronda Rousey's a pretty big advocate of the anti-suicide and, you know, just kind of awareness of that.
Oh, my God.
So this set her off big time. And, like... Don't mess with Ronda Rousey. Don't tick her off.
Yeah, don't make it personal. She's gonna whoop your butt anyway. Don't make her mad.
Yeah, I like.
All right. Well, everybody, would you like to join me in a face palm? All right. You that's listening on KGRG right now, you can join us in a friendly fire face palm. 1, 2, 3. Why? Why?
And you know what? I smacked my face probably, you know, 1,000th of the force that Ronda Rousey smacked Betty Carrera's face during that fight. So
That's true.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
All right. Well, that's good. Yeah, that was your Ronda Rousey thing. And so, guys, we're gonna move on to story number 2 at Trolling the A-List. And I gotta ask you, if I gave you about $500,000 in cash. Okay, that'd be pretty
Sounds
cool,
good so
right?
far.
Okay, what would you do with $500,000? Would you take a vacation? Oh, okay.
I'd light it on friendly fire.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I mean, would you take a trip anywhere? Or?
I would take a trip, and because I've always wanted to go see like Greece,
Italy
and
is where I'd
Venice.
go.
Yeah, Venice and Greece are like my big two, and New Zealand. Actually,
Okay.
New Zealand first, then
New Zealand first,
Then
then
Do you want to
Venice.
know why he
Then
would
Venice.
choose New Zealand?
Let me guess, because your family.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No.
What nerdy
Oh,
thing
wait
could
a
he
minute.
possibly
Wait
be
a minute.
into?
Yeah, no. It's coming to me now. Yeah. Lord of the Rings was filmed in New Zealand.
Whoa, what?
And you totally want to get. You totally would just go and sneak into Hobbiton. And,
I want to rent a hobbit hole in the ground that I can live in.
Just
In New
your
Zealand.
vacation home, a hole in the
The
ground.
Shire.
Yep.
Shire Estates.
You would totally take up residence in the Shire.
I would. And there are no snakes on New Zealand, so that's a bonus.
Oh, okay. Oh, all the stuff that wants to kill you is across the pond in Australia.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, but that's what I'd do with $500,000. And I would also cry a little bit because I don't have $1 million.
Oh, well.
You greedy.
Cry me a river, would you, boy? So don't fly yet with your imaginary $500,000, okay? Because we got to stop to make sure that you're not carrying over 10,000 euros on the plane. We're talking about Snoop Dogg, and this. Say you were Snoop Dogg. Okay, this is what happened to this dude. He got stopped before he got on a private plane in Italy. He's going from Italy to England because he's on tour in Europe, and the cops find there's $422,000 in cash in his Louis Vuitton luggage. Now you're Snoop Dogg, so you're thinking, well, you know, it's my cash. You know, buzz off. But what the cops actually did was they confiscated $205,000 of it.
Sheesh.
So he got on the plane $205,000 later.
See, that's why you fly yourself everywhere.
Well, he was flying himself. It's a private plane.
I would rent a tiny helicopter. or buy my own.
Oh, he got robbed.
Or you would spread wings and fly, right?
How much does a helicopter cost? Like a one-man helicopter?
Oh, probably not.
Because I'm kind of in the market
not
right
half
now.
a
Okay,
million.
Nathan, would you do me a favor and Google buying a one-man helicopter, or one woman,
Or
helicopter.
as an old fart would say, one of
they
them
make 'em
whirly
different.
birds.
a worm bird.
Whirly bird.
Whirly birds up in the sky.
Anyway, they seized all of that cash, and it wasn't because he was black and had that much, and it's not because he smelled like Taco Bell and the world's largest bong. They did it because all the European Union countries they prohibit carrying more than 10,000 euros on any train or any plane in undeclared cash. Okay, you guys have seen movies where it's like, all right, somebody's doing something illicit, and they're gonna go to they're calling Switzerland. Hello, Switzerland. And, oh, you speak pretty good English. Cool. Yeah, I want unmarked, non-sequential bills, and put the money in a Swiss bank account. And okay, Swiss bank account. All right, the account number's blah 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 blah. And all right, then my money's all safe, and I can continue to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you're coming with me on this.
Yep.
Well, it turns out that 3 years ago, the Swiss government said, what?
Oh, sorry, I read something very exciting.
Oh, okay. What was it?
Oh, you don't need a pilot's license to actually fly one of these mini helicopters.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. How much
Wow.
are they?
Like $3,000.
3,000.
Actually, not that expensive. Honestly, when you
Really?
One.
Yeah, I'm going to save up for one, too.
No pilot's license needed. You can
And I'll fly to Switzerland.
In a mini whirly bird.
I'm sure it can make it across the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, hey, if what's his name? Charles Lindbergh can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We're going to wrap up this Snoop Dogg story by just saying that, Switzerland, has been known for decades as like the secret stash for people, wanting to avoid taxes and asset seizures in their own countries. And it turns out that in 2012, the Swiss signed this treaty that makes their banks automatically share their depositors' information with their home countries.
Oh, okay.
So that means people are just moving their cash around the old-fashioned way, in whirlybirds and the old steam engine.
Yep.
Well, it's not really steam anymore, but whatever. Snoop made that money performing in Italy, so he'll have to pay a fine and then get that $200,000 back. But we don't know how much that fine is going to be. I assume it's something like, your last name is Dog. And we go down the list and say, Dog.
Oh, that's a pretty expensive one.
Oh, man.
Dog.
That's an expensive last name, buddy.
That's right up there with Gates.
Yeah.
It's a big fine.
Oh, man. Your last
And
name
Trump.
Your last name is Trump. Even worse.
I have a feeling last show was filled with oopities and boopities because of the whole Bill Cosby thing. This show's going to be full of izzles and whizzles because of it's going to be a Snoop themed show.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe he should have just stuck with the last name Lion because yeah,
Lion's
because
low on the list. That's
yeah,
like a $5 fine.
Yeah, that's no sweat.
$5 fine. Yep.
Unless it's anything to do with Cecil the Lion, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Hey, hashtag Zebras Lives Matter too.
Hashtag Zebras Lives Matter.
All right. That's it for celebrity and entertainment news. And now we go to Dr. Nathan, who has your box office updates.
I sure do. So I just wanted to start off box office by saying Jurassic Park is still, or Jurassic World is still in the top 10.
Really?
Yeah, it's number 10, making $3 million over the weekend. Just a measly $3 million.
And how much has it made total?
Oh, well, just domestically, they've made $631 million.
That's got to be number one so far this year, right?
It better not fly to Europe.
I believe so. Let me pull up the
Universal.
stats on that.
All right.
However, worldwide, $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Dang.
Oh my God.
559 million.
Oh my God.
$456,630 estimated.
They need to take that money and make a real Jurassic World.
No kidding.
They're going to use all that money right there
They better.
to clone some dinos. Coming in at, I'm not going to read up from number 10. Coming in at number 3, the fantastic Ant-Man. Great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it.
Did you go and see it?
Yeah, I did. I saw it.
okay.
What was that? The third day it'd been out, second day, something like that. I saw it near its release, and I was actually pretty excited about it because I knew it was going to be a superhero movie / heist movie, and it definitely delivered.
Oh, okay, cool.
A comedy, romance, and action just rolled up into this one great movie. So I highly suggest it. Coming in at number 2 is Vacation.
Vacation.
Yes.
Oh, the hot, wet American summer thing. Yeah?
No, that's the Hot Wet American Summer. That's that's
something
the
else.
Netflix show
all right.
that just came on.
Oh, okay.
And coming in at number 1 is Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, something that I haven't seen really much about. Not as much hype as I expected for the next Mission Impossible.
For a Tom Cruise flick.
That's a movie about beating a dead horse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about let's try to squeeze as much money out of the same genre as much as possible.
I'm sorry. I'm watching them scrape the dust off of the vent.
Oh yeah, the safety officers in Green River College campus personnel are in the building, and they're actually cleaning the vents that set off the fire alarm, and that's why we were late.
There was a lot of dust there.
Yeah, that's for sure. He was just in this room and taking off all the dust. It was quite impressive. Anyways, that's for our box office and news right here. So, yeah, that's what's happening in the world of entertainment.
All right, cool. If you haven't seen those movies, they're the top 3 movies in America right now, so at least you know what to see when you go to the box office next weekend. And when that happens, then we'll do the show again on Monday, and then, the cycle just repeats itself. It's rinse, lather, repeat.
It happens over and over every year.
Yeah, it does. And in the meantime, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a little break here after bringing you the scintillating news of Snoop Dogg and his hundreds of thousands of dollars, and Ronda Rousey and her fists of fury, and Nathan, just all the movies and stuff. It's making us tired and it's making us hungry. So we're going to go downstairs. We're going to get some lunch, and then we'll be back with Say Hi, Say Goodbye, which is our next segment. So what are we doing now? We're grapefruiting it. Cantalouping it? Or
cantaloupe it.
Dragon fruiting it?
Fruit in general, ain't it?
Fruit as a tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Oh my God.
Tomato it.
Just tomato it.
All right.
Who's our sponsor? What kind of fruit / food wants to come on as our sponsor?
Yeah, hey, Fruit, text us 253-693-8323 if you want to sponsor the show.
Or check us out on...
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you cut me off.
No, I
check
didn't.
us out on Facebook at Friendly Fire Mornings.
Yeah, feel free to share anything that we post on that with your friends and on your own newsfeed. We're going to take a little break, and this is the Menzingers, Where Your Heartache Exists, here on KGRG, Today's Rock in HD. Friendly Fire, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Friendly Fire Mornings on KGRG, Today's Rock in HD. Snug, Becky Sue, Dr. Nathan, and your buddy Benjamin are back for Say Hi, Say Goodbye. And what we want to do is we want to highly recommend, if you're listening to us, to download iHeartRadio, because the reception is 100% better, probably, than our KGRG transmitter. So if you're on the 167 going to work, or if you're just, taking a 3-day weekend because you partied too hardy on Seafair, then how about you download iHeartRadio? You can just get it from Google Play or the Apple App Store. It's absolutely free, and it's very, very easy to use. I mean, even an old fart like me can use it. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if I can use it, you know what? You can too.
Little known fact about Ben, he's actually 94.
Yeah, and I still sound like I'm in my 30s.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's all thanks to about 70 years of smoking and a liver that's been beaten into submission.
Well, you got a hold of that same stuff Keanu Reeves has been taking, so you're good.
Well, see,
he doesn't age.
See, it has an smoking and drinking a whole bunch has an opposite effect if you do it in mass amounts.
Yeah,
There's a
here on the Friendly Fire Morning Show, we do not condone the massive amounts.
Massive amounts of drugs and booze.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's time for Say Hi, Say Goodbye, and this is where we take a look at a couple of news stories, and we're going to chat about them for a minute, and we'll say goodbye to the old and busted, and hello to the new hotness. Snug, you're heading Say Hi, Say Goodbye today. How about you kick it off?
Sounds pretty good to me. So let's say, I'm going to paint a quick picture. Let's say you have a drone.
Okay.
And you're flying it.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is awesome.
Yes.
Then you hear a gunshot and your drone falls from the sky.
Oh, bummer.
That is what one guy in Kentucky heard when he flew his drone, apparently either too close to his neighbor's house. They're still investigating if it was actually on his neighbor's property or not. But his neighbor got a little defensive.
So wait a minute. This guy has a drone, and he's flying it around.
He's flying around, don't know what use. It doesn't say what he was doing with it. He doesn't say whether it has a camera or not. He was just flying his drone around.
And his neighbor shot the drone out of the sky.
With a shotgun, yes. He pulled out a shotgun and shot the drone out of the sky.
That's amazing.
The man who shot the drone is facing charges apparently for reckless endangerment by shooting into the air.
Yeah.
And for assaulting his neighbor's property. The drone.
But if it was on his property, can't he just say, hey, this dude was flying it on my...
That's what he's saying. He's saying, I was defending my family against this
From a drone?
From a drone, which is like, okay, I mean, like if it's one of those Obama airstrike drones.
Oh, it's one of those...
like Skynet owned, maybe.
Oh, it's one of those like Jade Helm drones, but this is Kentucky.
This is Kentucky. No one in Kentucky has enough technology to have one of those.
He shouldn't have strapped knives to his drone, making it look much more intimidating. But, yeah, no, I totally agree. You shouldn't just be shooting drones out of the air.
Yeah, no, this drone was pretty unassuming as far as drones go. It was like it was a hobby thing. The guy just had a drone. So anyway, the Kentucky man shot it, and so he's facing charges, and they arrested him and stuff, and.
But here's my thing. All right, if you have a drone, you really shouldn't be pulling a D move and just have it follow people around.
That's for sure. And I mean,
you shouldn't be using it to pull a modern day George McFly and stare into somebody's room.
Yeah, and here's the thing with drones: is like no matter what he was doing, no one really knows enough yet about everything that drones can do. You can't just look and say, oh, that drone's doing this. You never know. It could have a camera on it. It could be doing one thing. It could be doing another. So, I mean, this man could have assumed the worst when in reality, the guy was just taking it for a test flight. They've had RC planes around for a long time.
Yeah.
Drones are essentially
and they've also had
thing,
kites around for a really long time, but nobody strapped a camera to a kite.
Look at that paper cloth drone.
Wait, people don't do that?
I guess not.
Well, I need to stop shooting kites out of the sky then. Why
it's
not?
A cloth fighter jet.
Tells me these things. The Russians are attacking.
Just go to a beach with a shotgun and have a heyday. A bunch of little kids are just screaming and crying, my kite. Yeah, but I mean, so the drone owner claims he was not flying it over the guy's property on purpose. He didn't have the intention of flying it over this guy's property.
Of course, that's what he said.
We don't know how attracted the guy's wife was yet.
Wait a minute. He was alleging that the thing was spying on his wife?
No, he wasn't. I'm just making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so
how attractive was his wife?
I have no idea.
Never mind.
It doesn't say pictures.
Not our business.
It is not our business, and we don't have a drone, so it doesn't matter.
We need the friendly fire drone.
We need a friendly fire drone that has wireless all the way to Kentucky.
Dude, that would be the coolest thing ever.
More corn.
Get us some of that Kentucky corn.
Yep.
And some of that
bluegrass. So I guess we're saying hi to spy movie stuff, like, or we're saying like drones, but those have been around for long enough. I guess we're saying hi to paranoid hillbillies.
The new paranoia is that your neighbor's drone is, you're being hacked.
Out to kill you.
Yeah. Your neighbor's drone is out to kill you.
Yeah, defend your family from a little piece of metal with some propellers.
Yeah, that's a 21st century paranoia.
And so we're saying hi to the paranoia of drones coming to kill you, and I guess we're saying goodbye to fun hobbies.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're gonna have to worry about being seen as a pervert if you own a drone. That's actually true. If you own a drone right now, how many people are just gonna assume like, or at least make jokes? Yeah, well, they're gonna at least make jokes. It's kind of disappointing because drones are freaking awesome.
They are. It's like no one who owns an RC plane or a helicopter, they're like, oh, you perv. They're
you're
like,
probably spying on girls.
You're cool. So I guess we're saying goodbye to hobbies in the South.
Well, actually, no. I mean, if you take a look at the guy who shot a drone out of the sky with a shotgun, all right, that guy has a hobby that's good enough to get him to hit a moving target out of the air.
Maybe he shoots a lot of like clay pigeons and stuff, and maybe he was just
it was his natural instinct.
My neighbor wants to play a game with me, and he's like, and he's like, your turn, neighbor, and he's like, that was my drone.
Aw,
they both have these heavy Southern accents.
They do.
Well, everybody has an accent in Kentucky. In our opinion, I mean, we're in the Pacific Northwest, and so everybody in the South talks like Lou Rawls.
Yeah.
So that's story number one.
That's story number one. Now, story number two, it's not a story as much. We're gonna talk.
Oh, yes, it is.
It is a story, but it's not any specific article. It is a statement by Microsoft regarding a lot of the features from their new operating system, Windows 10.
Yeah,
so we're
Windows
going to talk
10
about Windows 10.
Windows 10 came out a few days ago.
I believe the
and
29th was when it was.
everybody's up in arms about it because of these privacy features, right?
Well, more like anti-privacy features.
Well,
I would say maybe. So
the
essentially-
anti-privacy features of Windows 10.
Essentially, there's a reason why Windows 10 is free to everyone with Windows 7 and Windows 8. Okay, it's
Okay.
because essentially Microsoft has assembled a data collecting machine. We talked about the Stephen Hawking exploit last week, where they're assembling data collecting satellites, and they're going to start crowdsourcing and sharing this data. Microsoft is kind of doing the same thing with their operating system. They're saying, hey, this is free, you can all upgrade to it, but we're going to take your stuff and use it.
Yeah.
And so the Cortana, their little speech assistant thing, their Outlook, their Microsoft, the OneDrive, I believe.
Yeah, OneDrive is their cloud drive.
Yep, and so all of those features are going to start tracking stuff. And they mentioned some stuff about using your data to target ads to you and
Right.
maybe, release stuff that's more relevant to you. But they're very open about, in that statement.
They're open about
they're taking
being
your
their
stuff.
evilness. Yeah, they're taking your privacy.
They're like cookies. We're using them. We're like worse than Santa on Christmas. We're eating all the cookies.
The kind of funny thing, though, is people are kind of getting up in arms about this. However, Google's been doing this for years.
Well, yeah, and this
but
isn't
Google-
new to Microsoft.
But wait a minute, Google hasn't been just outright saying, hey, by the way, everything you do with every one of our services and devices, we're going to use that information and then we're going to ad bomb you.
It's
That's
true. And
exactly what they said about Gmail. They will collect certain information from your emails through Gmail, and then they'll tailor ads to you based off of your email.
See, here's the thing, though, is with Google, that's a service that a lot of the times, you don't have to use a lot of Google
That's
services.
true. That's
with
true.
Microsoft, with Windows, as they, release new operating systems, they're going to start dropping off support for their old operating systems. We've already seen it with Windows XP. They don't update it anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are being forced to switch. So once you're forced to switch to Windows 10, you're kind of like, well, I can't use all this cool stuff. Like I know.
Well, wait
that
a minute. You can use all that stuff, but here's the thing: with Gmail, all right, that's under. Okay, I get that. All right,
Yeah.
because it's an online service.
Yeah.
That's doing data collecting. Okay.
Yes.
Whatever. All right. I like my email account, and we like our email account here at Friendly Fire. That's FF899morning@gmail.com. But when you're using your operating system to do stuff, when you're doing stuff offline, and
Yeah.
Windows is collecting your information, that's why people are up in arms about this,
Exactly.
because you're offline. You're just horsing around on your computer.
It's kind of the same with the whole Xbox One when that got released with the Kinect, how they kind of had that whole thing where like the Kinect wouldn't turn off.
Yeah.
The Kinect was going to be on.
Right.
And they were going to say, well, unless you turn your Xbox off to shut it off to all internet, we're going to be collecting stuff.
Right.
So, and I don't think that, Microsoft is this big evil, like, we're going to,
They're twisting their mustaches.
they're not,
and
but it's still something that, we want to be able to turn off these features. We want to be able to, and as it stands, if you want to use Cortana, you're going to have your
pony up your privacy.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Cortana's using Bing, okay, as the back-end search engine when you ask it stuff. So
Whoop-de-doo.
why don't you just use Google? Save the time, type it in, and get a real answer instead of like, hey, how far away is the moon? Here's dolphins. That's like Bing. And they're like, Neil Armstrong is the first man to walk on the moon. You're like, I don't care. I asked you a specific question. Google's like, we know what you want.
Yeah. Come back.
It's
to
just
us.
a big.
We posted a story up on Facebook and up on our Facebook page, Friendly Fire Mornings, and that's a story that we got from theguardian.com, and it will show you exactly what you need to do to turn off all of those anti-privacy features in Windows 10. And this is only like days after it came out.
Yeah.
So check
and,
out.
I mean, as it stands, the Windows 10 operating system looks good. It's visually appealing, and they did update it a lot from Windows 8.1, but there's just this privacy thing.
Yeah.
It's a big
Nathan,
issue.
I think you need to come up with an operating system that doesn't do any of this stuff. You're the only man I trust to do it.
Thank you. I
Nathan
appreciate
OS.
that. The Nathan
Sharks
OS.
everywhere.
Well, yeah, it's going to be shark-based. Rather than a Cortana, it's going to be a robot shark that uses Google.
Okay, Jaws.
And
It's going to be
Love it.
brought to you by Nathan Ware.
Nathan Ware.
and all the data is going to come directly to my house, and I'll just be able to read all the embarrassing things about you. But that's besides the point.
So what are we saying? We're saying hi to a new operating system that's flashy with cool features. And we're saying goodbye to our privacy.
We're saying goodbye to offline privacy.
Yeah, we're saying goodbye to privacy in general.
Unless you go to our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page and you check out the Guardian story, and again, it'll walk you through everything you need to do to shut off the anti-privacy features in the new Windows operating system.
There's still hope.
Yeah, there's hope for you yet. Guys, we do have to take a little break. We got some stuff to tell you about iHeartRadio and Lyft Espresso. And I've never been there, but I really want to after hearing ads like this. So Friendly Fire will be right back, and don't go away and stuff. Let's cheese it.
Cheese it!
KGRG FM, KGRG FM HD1 Auburn, also broadcasting on K207 AP Sumner Lake Taps on 89.3 FM and on iHeartRadio, pretty much everywhere else. Hey, welcome back to Friendly Fire Mornings, everybody, and it's top of the hour, which means it's time for headlines. Becky Sue, you want to start us off?
Eminem's terrified as daughter begins dating a man raised on his music.
Nice. Scientists around the world admit that they just don't like mice.
Okay, yeah, that would explain a lot. Jaded blackmailer threatens to release all names of the Jar Jar fan club.
Oh, no.
Joe Biden declares pantsless Fridays at the Pentagon.
Honestly, Utah.com admits there isn't jack to do here.
Huh.
Snoop Dogg's favorite summer activity is barbecuing because he loves the way the sizzle smells all up in his nizzle.
What else is he going to do next? Lobsters around the world are now proud knowing how much they cost.
Biden sent his computer to the firing squad due to the fact of it was buffering too much.
Jim Harbour spends days testing every pair of pants in Michigan Walmart.
Oh, God. Ew. And finally, what is this? Okay, not finally then. Finally. Okay. Let's see. New studies show that 90% of parenting is just screaming at your kids to stop screaming.
Biden unveils new health initiative to make U.S. women hotter. He says the lack of hot bods is reaching a critical level.
Yeah,
Biden.
He's kind of correct in that regard. And that's your headlines brought to you by your buddies at Friendly Fire. And so I just realized that we don't have an extra 8 today. And that's partially because, I'm lazy, but I'm also super duper tired. And I didn't want to hand it off to one of you guys. And I'm pretty sure y'all would have done a pretty awesome job at it. So
8 reasons that you should get more sleep. This is number 1.
Top 8 reasons not to be lazy. There's only one.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the rest.
I like that.
There you go. That's your extra 8 at 8. Thank you, Snug. So, guys, I wanted to touch on privacy a little bit. Now, we just did a whole Say Hi thing that was all devoted to privacy, and I'm seeing on the Facebook page that a few people are checking it out. And if you want to comment on the issue, how about you send us a quick text? That's 253-693-8323. Nathan, you mentioned Gmail, and do you really think that your information, your private information, is worth so darn much to so many advertisers?
I don't really care.
Why not?
Honestly, if Gmail decides they want to take some of my information, I have nothing to hide. I'm not doing anything illegal. Well, most of the time, I'm not doing anything illegal.
Careful you don't out yourself on the air.
Most of the time. I'm just saying, occasionally. No. I don't break
those
law.
Swiss bank accounts, though.
Yeah, all your Swiss accounts are going to be closed if you talk any further.
Just don't tell them.
Okay, fine. We promise not to tell.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyways, if they tailor the information, I'm using their service, okay?
Okay.
So if they gather some information and they guarantee it's going to be mostly anonymous. It's not like these advertisers are going to be like, oh, it's Nathan. Well, this is what he's been sending emails back and forth with. So I'm not too concerned about much of, any trouble with that. So
okay,
that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Now, Snug, if you signed, do you have Windows 10 yet?
I do not. I am one of the crowd that is going to be waiting a while to see kind of how things play out with the operating system before I personally take it on. But
Okay.
I have a laptop and a desktop, so I'll probably get it on my laptop, give it a test there, and then if everything goes through, then I'll install it on all my computers.
Okay, but when we go to offline data collecting, I mean, it's going to be reading everything you type into a word processor. It's going to be you're not only reading your it's going to be doing all the stuff that you do online, like remembering what you search for and tailoring ads for that, and it's going to be reading your emails and tailoring ads to that. I mean, what do you think about that?
Here's the problem. See, Windows operating system works where when you set it up, when you're installing the OS and everything, it prompts you to log in with a Microsoft account.
Okay.
Which most people do because it integrates everything, which is a cool feature. I have never had a Microsoft account linked with any operating system that I've had.
Okay.
So with the account, everything's linked together, and when you're using those applications besides internet, like your OneDrive and stuff like that,
who uses OneDrive? I mean,
I know. Let's be honest.
Oh, the intern does. Okay, of course.
So, anyways, that's one of the big problems is because if you can sign in with just a local account without a Microsoft account, a lot of those privacy collecting services won't work because they don't have an account identifier to say this is this person. Okay. So like cookies will still work because when you're on a website, it's just there.
But also cookies are delicious and filled with sugar, so
yeah. And we all need more sugar.
Yes.
But so basically, but here's the way it works though, is with signing in with a local account instead of a Microsoft account, you're not going to be able to use Cortana. You're not going to be able to use,
that's fine. I just want to play solitaire.
Yeah, I just want to do the Minesweeper, man.
But so, in other words, in order to turn the darn thing on, you're going to need a Windows Live account. It's not like username and password anymore.
It's not username and password anymore. Well, you can. It tries very hard to get you to make a Windows account. You kind of have to go through a couple times and be like, no.
I'm sure it does.
No, I don't want this. And then finally they're like, fine, just sign in with a local account.
All right.
And you're like, thank you.
They finally give in. You got to beat them into submission.
Yeah. So if you do that, then you're, it's basically just safety by not using. You're not using. You're just not using the services that are collecting a lot of the services. There's still some that you're going to use, I'm sure.
So pretty much all you're going to be using it for is, a new desktop and easier to, see stuff and move stuff around.
Yeah, if you've got a Gmail account, if you've got, if you use Dropbox, you're not going to need a Microsoft email account. You're not going to need to use OneDrive. So use other services that maybe have the option to turn off those tracking features.
I'm going to use Nathanware from now on.
Nathanware.
Well, yeah, Nathanware is going to be the safest, most reliable version, and we only take some information, such as naughty things you look up.
Yeah. So just give us your credit card number. We'll handle the rest.
Mm-hmm. And so probably will need that.
No. We're probably not going to. Nathan, you're not going to ask us for our social security numbers, are you?
I'll ask for some of them, and then I'll ask for the rest later.
But the last number.
Yeah,
I'll guess that one.
Give me the first 8 numbers, not the whole number.
Yeah,
I'll guess the rest.
Yeah, so
or just give me the last 4. That's
pretty
all I
much.
need.
That's pretty much Microsoft's mantra. Is like, okay, just give us all this stuff.
And people are like, okay.
Well, yeah, and so there's a lot of people out there that don't realize that this is going on or don't realize the significance. I'm kind of with Dr. Nathan in the fact that I don't have anything to hide, and I don't have anything that all my stuff is like, I don't care if I look
your
up
privacy
this
really
computer
isn't worth that much to you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. My privacy is worth a lot to me, but as it stands right now, there's no reason why it should be.
Yeah.
At this point, for me, because there's nothing. I don't care if they know that I looked up this computer part on this website and then show me an ad for it later, or if Amazon, does so and so. But there does come a time when things, it's more the principle of the thing.
Yeah,
things should stay private.
If it's using a service, then I'm fine with them tailoring ads. For example, no one has a problem when they go on Amazon and they purchase some things on Amazon and then they give you some related results. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that.
No,
Google just does that in a very different, very harmless way with using Gmail. The reason I don't like the Microsoft thing is that if you want to use Microsoft, you don't have another choice. You have to use that operating system.
Either that or you just stick with the way most people are using the internet these days, and that's through phones and tablets.
It's true, and that sucks because no, it doesn't suck. I use it through my phone and tablet a lot, but it sucks because I use my computers way more because I game and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So for that kind of stuff, I have a bunch of games on my desktop, and Windows is the best operating system for gaming right now.
Well, not until Nathanware comes around.
Actually, Linux is starting to gain a lot of gaming support too. A lot of those Linux-based operating systems.
What kind of processors are going to be in Nathanware?
All of the processors, actually.
Yes.
All of them.
All the NVIDIAs for the win.
Boom.
Well, NVIDIA doesn't make a processor, but
They
that's
actually
besides
do.
the- Oh, that's true.
The
The
NVIDIA
Tegra,
Tegra processors for their
All right.
tablets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking way too much nerd
Yeah.
talk right now.
Me too.
Everyone
Yeah.
listening is like,
nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert. We already had a fire alarm today. We don't need a nerd alert.
no, we don't.
We're going to take a little break here. We got some music to play for you and some stuff to tell you about. We're going to be back with part 1 of the IMDb game hosted by Dr. Nathan. That's coming up right after this cut is by Bayside. And I know that Becky out in Arizona is listening. Here's some Bayside for you. This is Dancing Like an Idiot on KGRG. Today's Rock in HD. Don't go away.
Let's cucumber it.
Cucumbers.
Number-
KGRG, today's Rock in HD. That was Monetta with All My Fault. Thank you, June in Auburn, for making that request. And you can make the same request at 253-833-5004. It's time for the IMDb game, everybody. So here's the intro. Here's the intro.
I'm waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your chair into recline and crank up your radio because it's time for the IMDb game.
Oh my God, that was the greatest thing ever when we have recorded Nathan and live Nathan at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. That's double Nathan sound. Never mind. Anyways, we're playing the IMDb game. This is the game where I read off an IMDb description in which you guys have to guess what on earth am I talking about. Most of my words are incoherent rambling.
Yeah?
But this time I'm actually reading off stuff, so it's
okay.
not totally incoherent.
So it's not going to be totally insane.
What's our
stuff.
category?
Our category for today was going to be Lindsay Lohan movies until I realized she's only been in like 20 movies.
Yeah,
so
thank God.
I changed things up in my mad rush because I thought I had the game set up until I realized the whole Lindsay Lohan debacle there. I had to switch over to something else. Then I tried to look for best or movies with famous comedians. However, that proved to be somewhat difficult as well, and considering I shy away from adversity, I decided to switch over to something much, much easier. We're going to do comedies from the 2000s.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
I think that's a category everybody's familiar with, comfortable with.
Oh yes, very comfortable. All right, we're
Not
going to
too
start off
comfortable, though.
with well, since I have to pay some fan favor right here. With no further ado, let's jump right into this.
Yay.
3 buddies wake up from a bachelor party in
The Hangover.
from 2009. It's The Hangover. Yeah, you guys are going to have to be quick on the draw here because
That's probably gonna be my only one because I feel like Ben's just kind of
well,
No,
we'll see about that.
I'm just lying in wait.
he is.
Popular Broadway actor Blankety Blank is recruited by the elite counterterrorism
Ben.
organization.
Oh crap! It's the Kingsman Secret Service.
No, sir. An elite counterterrorism organization called Blankety Blank Police. As the world begins to crumble around him, he must. Yes?
Police Academy?
No. He must battle with
snug.
terrorists. Yep.
Snug. Team America World Police.
From 2004, directed by Trey Parker and written by Matt Stone and Trey Parker, it's Team America World Police.
Best movie ever.
2 codependent high school seniors are forced to deal with the separation anxiety after their plan to stage a booze-soaked party goes awry.
Ben, Step Brothers.
No, sir.
Snug. Is it? It's not super bad, is it?
From 2007, it's super bad. Wow,
I'm
be
thinking
up
that,
with this.
I'm thinking that the others here are super bad, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, and you're gonna pay for that, buddy.
I am. He's gonna Ronda Rousey me.
An Asian American office worker and his Indian friend or stoner friend embark on a quest to satisfy their desire for White Castle burgers.
B-Cup. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
From 2004, it's Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I'm sorry, Ben. This is not your category.
Director
Is it?
Dave is over there giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, he's an evil eye and evil finger. 5 Vermont State Troopers.
Ben, Super Troopers.
From 2001, it's Super Troopers.
Meow.
Uh-oh, okay, now Ben might become unstoppable. He might snowball.
The Ben train's about to get a rolling, baby.
Let's see if you can do this one. Blankety Blank in San Diego's top-rated newsman in the model.
Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
From 2004, it's Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Alrighty. A man decides to turn his morbid life around by winning back his ex-girlfriend, reconciling his relationship with his mother, and dealing with an entire community that has returned from the dead to eat the living.
Oh, Becky.
What?
Yes.
Shaun of the Dead.
From 2004, it's Shaun of the Dead.
All right.
Well, then, I guess you guys don't like watching British comedy.
No, we really don't. Comedy's for Americans.
Dr. Nathan knows this about me. I really cannot stand much British comedy.
And it doesn't make any sense because most of his comedy is pretty Britishy. Through a series of freak occurrences, a group of actors shooting a big budget war movie.
Tropic Thunder.
The wonderful, beautiful, wonderful movie known as Tropic Thunder.
One. A panda. That's like my
All
favorite.
right, let's see if you guys can get this one. This one's a little more obscure. Two potheads wake up after a night of partying and can't remember where they parked
Becky.
their car.
Ben.
Yes, Becky.
Becky. I said Becky. Me,
Okay,
me.
fine.
Where's my car?
Ben.
Where's the whole... hold on, Becky. Whole title?
Dude, where's my car?
From 2000. It's Dude, Where's My Car?
I've never even heard of that.
Where's your car, dude?
A process server and his marijuana dealer wind up on the run from a hitman and a corrupt police officer.
Pineapple Express.
From 2008, it's Pineapple Express.
Wow.
I didn't
Three
watch the movie, I just
friends
know.
attempt to recapture their glory days by opening up a fraternity
Ben.
near the...
Old school.
From 2003, it's Old School.
Going streaking!
Two aimless, middle-aged losers still living at home are forced against their will. Thank you.
Step Brothers.
Wow. From 2008.
Starring Will Ferrell and the guy who's always with Will Ferrell.
John C. Reilly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually has a
Alright.
name.
No, he's the guy who's always with Will Ferrell.
John and Jeremy, a pair of committed womanizers who sneak into weddings to take advantage of their romantic...
Wedding Crashers.
From 2005.
It's that. Yeah, it's starring Owen Wilson and that guy who always hangs out with Owen Wilson.
Vince Vaughn. And I only know that because I'm looking at his name. Anyways, that is the IMDb game, the first half of the IMDb game, correct?
Yeah, yeah, we
Yes, we're
got
having an
round two.
exciting conclusion with 80s comedies, possibly. Maybe let Ben win.
Here's where Ben wins.
Or should we cut the difference and do 90s? What do you guys think?
Sure, whatever. Bring it,
Doesn't matter.
baby.
Anything
Half,
premillennial
half.
is Ben's.
Bring it,
playground.
baby.
Fine, we're going to do something else then.
All right, whatever. You're just gonna tailor make the game for the young kids.
It's
That's okay.
because you can kick everyone's butt like no matter what.
Yeah.
You're too good, Ben.
That's okay. All right, give him a a head start. Let's see.
That's true.
I think I already spotted Snug 8 points.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
All right, guys, we're going to take a little break. Becky Sue has got news for us coming up right after this message from Load There, Do I See My Brother, and Journalism 120 here at Green River College. You can sign up today, greenriver.edu. Here is that stuff. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Friendly Fire Mornings on KGRG. We are today's Rockin' HD, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in to 89.9 or to KGRG on your iHeartRadio stream. And it's time for round 2 of the IMDb game.
Yeah, it is.
Snug, you're up like 10 to 2 to 1. I think I got 1.
No, I think Ben, you got like 2 or 3.
You got 2 points, Ben.
good.
Over there, Snug's got 6 points, and Becky Sue also has 2 points.
Okay, gotcha.
Yay.
Or she has 3. Or Becky Sue, 3.
I have 3.
Okay,
you have 3
fine.
points? Okay. So, yeah, she's at 3. Well, Ben, hopefully you'll make it back here in this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not that I play favorites or anything, but
Why would you ever do something like that?
Sure.
I would never do anything that, yeah. Anyways, that would be unethical. We're going to jump into, with no further ado, we're going to jump into part 2 of the IMDb game. Today's category for part 2 is going to be
Yes, we're listening.
90s comedy.
90s comedies, okay.
Oh, yeah. I decided to cut the difference. Originally, I was going to do 80s. Well, I changed my mind. We're
All
going
right.
to do 90s to
Wise
be able
decision.
to, yeah, just to be able to get Snugs a little bit more involved. So with no further ado, let's jump into part 2 of the IMDb game.
Cool. We are ready.
A day in the lives of 2 convenience clerks
Ben.
named
Clerks.
from 1994. Clerks, a year
Yes.
before Snugs was born.
Yes.
Yeah.
When four boys see an R-rated movie featuring Canadians, they
Ben.
are pronounced
South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut.
from 1999.
I should have got that.
South Park, bigger, longer, uncut. You know what? Snugs, I thought that was yours.
I did
A
too.
weatherman finds himself living the same day
Ben.
over and
Groundhog Day.
starring
Bill Murray.
and directed by. I'm kidding.
Harold Ramis.
Whoa! I was not expecting that. Good job.
Thank you.
From 1993, it's Groundhog Day. I am crazy impressed right now. Blankety Blank, also known as Blank, is mistaken for a millionaire and seeks restitution for his ruined rug and enlists his bowling buddies to help get it.
Ben.
I had to leave out so much of that.
Okay. This is a cult favorite, and all you have to do is just picture the lead actor in the role in order to get it. And Dave is just jumping up and down, but I think I'm going to torture him a little bit and let you guys guess first.
Is it The League?
No, it is not The League.
All right,
you
Ben, go ahead and guess. Or actually, who is it starving? Starving. Who is it starring, Ben?
It stars Jeff Bridges.
And?
Oh, Becky. The Lebowski.
Please, the full title.
Oh my God.
Ben, The Big Lebowski.
From 1998, it's The Big Lebowski.
I have
Sorry.
not actually seen that movie. I didn't see it.
I let
Sue.
you go as long as I could. But
Becky Sue. I'm sorry, but he was dancing around that one.
Yeah.
I
A
almost
spoof
had
of
it.
Robin Hood in general.
Beat
The
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
starring.
Carrie Owens,
Wow, and
Roger Reese, and Dave Chappelle, and Richard Lewis,
there you go.
and
Directed by
Mel Brooks.
There you go.
Leave us alone, Mel Brooks.
Wow, you know what? I picked his category on accident.
No,
guys.
you didn't. No,
This is his.
My wheelhouse is 80s movies.
You. That's
Compared
sad,
to
Ben.
us, his wheelhouse
After-
is anything before
after-
2000.
After a bitter divorce, an actor disguises himself as
Ben.
a female house.
Oh, I
Oh
feel
yeah,
so stupid. This whole game.
this is Doubtfire.
Well, let's see. I just have to
was
count
attacked
up
by
1,
fruity.
2, 3, 4.
That's 6 in a row.
5,
Yeah, he's got 6 in a row. Ben is winning right now.
All right, Ben, I'm going to give you less priority. So Ben and Becky can guess. No, actually, here. Ben has to wait till the end of the description. The rest of you can guess at any time.
Oh, that's bull.
Bank clerk Stanley Ipkiss is transformed in.
Becky. He said
B
first.
cup. Yes, go ahead, B cup.
It's Yes Man. I mean, not Yes Man. Dang it. Not Yes Man.
Okay, Becky?
Never mind, Becky.
Can you repeat the question again?
No, I
please?
cannot.
Please.
Well, not without you. With you losing priority, B cup can guess.
I'm
again.
ready to go. 5, 4.
All right, I'm going to start over.
3.
Bank clerk Stanley Ipkiss is transformed into a maniac superhero that wears
Becky. It's The Mask.
from 1994. It's The Mask. B cup, you could have answered again.
I'm getting my Jim Carrey movies mixed up.
4 teenage boys enter a pact to lose their virginity. Yep, you
No,
can't do it, Ben.
I can't.
Virginity by prom night. Now you can, Ben.
All right, Ben.
Yes.
It's American Pie.
From 1999, it's American Pie. 2 cops team up to get back their kidnapped daughter. Holy cow, that's the shortest description in the world. Oh well.
2 cops team up to rescue their kidnapped daughter.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
A kidnapped daughter.
A kidnapped daughter. Okay.
Oh, Becky.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Rush Hour.
From 1998, it's Rush Hour. That was
right.
impressive.
Oh, okay.
3, out of all the descriptions, that was by far the shortest I've ever read.
that are coming out of my mouth.
3 company workers who hate their jobs decide to rebel against their greedy boss.
Becky.
Yes.
Horrible Bosses.
No, that is not from the 90s.
It's 3 employees rebel against their boss.
Their greedy boss.
Their greedy boss.
Yeah.
You know what?
If you could try to guess this one, that would be great.
Ben.
Yes.
Thanks for the hint,
Nice
bro.
hint.
You guys weren't getting it.
Oh, it's Office Space.
From 1999, it's Office Space.
I need to watch more 90s comedies.
Dude, you're going to replace Alex Trebek at this rate.
Blankety blank, while not intelligent, has accidentally been present in many historic.
Forrest Gump.
From 1994, it's Forrest Gump. Well, even though with your 1 point from the 90s comedies, the decade that you were born, so you weren't really watching too many movies at that point. Anyways, congratulations, Ben.
Thank you so much.
With yours almost 7 in a row. You would have gotten about 8 in a row if it wasn't for my ruling.
I would have gotten all of them in a row. I would have gotten all of them in a row, and they would have been all nice and neat, and then I wouldn't have had to rearrange them. So I have a declaration to make.
I should have just kept on doing 2000s movies because that was the only fair-ish area because...
Yeah, it was somewhat fair.
It was
somewhat
fair. I mean, I don't know.
I could have done more early 2000s, and then Ben could have gotten a lot more.
Yeah, but I want to thank everybody who made this possible. I want to thank Dr. Nathan for picking a category that was right in my wheelhouse. And,
I thought you were 80s comedies.
Well, yeah, of course
80s
that's
and
what
90s.
Of course, that's what I
blend
said.
Together.
That's
for
true.
A lot of
They're
movies.
pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah. All right, so that's your IMDb game. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back with what we learned, plus a traffic and weather report, because we didn't do one at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. So, gentlemen, let's kumquats it.
Kumquats!
Yes. And Mr. Nathan, Dr. Nathan, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I just demoted you a rank, didn't I?
Yeah, how dare you?
Couple of ranks there.
You nutritionist.
Yeah, I totally apologize for that. Gentlemen, it is time for us to get out of here, but being that we broadcast from Green River College here in Auburn, we do have to prove that we learned something today. So,
corporate forces us to learn something every day. It's really dumb.
God, I swear, though, if I could get through one show without learning something, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Okay.
So, Snug, what did you learn today?
I learned not to carry too much cash in your Louis Vuitton luggage, or you're gonna get bust-dizzled.
Yeah, well, in Europe anyway.
In Europe, yeah.
Yeah,
Here in the United States, they're like, cool, a lot of money.
Well, they might just, TSA will probably just shoot you.
Look at all that money.
Yeah, hey, look at that. Yeah, look at that suitcase with $200,000 in it. We don't know where it is.
We don't know where it went. We lost your luggage.
We lost your luggage.
Oh, no.
The one with money in it. How did you know it was money? We have our methods.
We have our ways.
I learned that Biden wants to make women healthier so they become hotter. That's his plan to make America healthy.
Hey, we need to make a segment called Biden Watch.
Biden Watch on Friendly Fire.
Yeah.
The
and just
Friendly Biden Watch.
Update the world on what Joe Biden's doing.
Joe Biden is currently smoking a doobie.
We really hope he isn't because, he has to be vice president for most of the day.
Yeah.
All right. I learned you don't mess
9
with...
to 5, man.
Well, yeah, after 5 o'clock, hey,
He's like, peace out. He lets his hair down after 5 and shakes it out a little bit, lets it flow free.
His shift started 3 minutes ago.
Oh, shoot. Well, wait a minute. If his shift started 3 minutes ago, then that means
Our shift.
He's been sleeping for the last 3 hours.
Come on, guys. He's playing hooky. There's no way he's working today.
Joe Biden playing hooky from being vice president.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He called in sick with quotations.
Yeah, he's making it a 2.5-day weekend. I learned that you don't mess with Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Because...
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
What?
I knew so. I was waiting for a giggity from you, Brent.
Hashtag giggity.
I was thinking about it, but...
well, yeah, we don't want Ronda Rousey to come in here and just whoop all 3 of us in 30 seconds. So, yeah, much respect, Ronda.
That.
Congratulations on maintaining your championship belt and also for being a very, very attractive woman. Props to you. Dr. Nathan, what did you learn?
I already told you.
Oh, okay. Well, I already learned not to ask Nathan twice because then I look like a moron.
That's like typing the same thing into the Google search bar twice. Google does a facepalm. They have a machine at the Google server.
It's AI does an actual facepalm. It's
it does.
Quite impressive.
It's learning to learn how stupid people are.
It's learning how to deal with stupid people. That's what Google is up to these days.
Yep.
All right.
My master is becoming more intelligent.
You're
How creepy is that?
Yeah, you're freaking me out. Friendly Fire Mornings is going to take a cool little 22-hour break, but we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning it into KGRG Today's Rockin' HD. Gentlemen, good show. Time to cheese.